In this video, I will be talking all about my side hustles, which ones I am currently doing in the year 2023, which ones I recommend to you, which ones I don't recommend you doing, my experience with all of them, how much I have made lifetime from each of them. So let's not delay, let's get right into it. So the four that you are seeing on your screen right now are side hustles that I am not currently doing. Now, I know that's ironic considering the top one is YouTube and you're watching this or listening to this on a YouTube video, but that's just because I am no longer I'm no longer monetized on my channel. I haven't created a meaningful video on my channel in over 2.5 to 3 years. I used to be a dividend investing channel, a stock market channel. I used to have a podcast on this channel. I've given it up. I've took a long hiatus and I'm trying to get back in the swing of things with videos like this and trying to pay off my house, my journey to pay off my mortgage and be debt free. But nonetheless, YouTube is an absolute great side hustle. Now you can see from my earnings here, $2,685. That is lifetime. That was over the course of about 2 years. And you know, my videos are not great. You can look at the history of my channel. My most popular video got a couple thousand views. There was nothing special on my channel. So if you're in the right realm and finance is what I did, and finance is a very high paying niche in the YouTube world, but you don't need crazy amounts of views to make money off of YouTube. But you do need to get a certain amount of watch hours now, and that is why I'm no longer eligible for monetization. It used to just be 1,000 subscribers and 10,000 lifetime views, which is not at all hard to do, but now it is 4,000 watch hours in the past 365 days. A much more difficult challenge. There is no getting past that. You need people to watch your videos, and you need to watch them for a decent amount of time in order to have any chance at partnering. But nonetheless, if you can get monetization from YouTube, it is a great source for a side hustle. The second one pains me to say that I am no longer doing, and that is Prolific. Prolific is a survey site. It's prolific.co. If you're interested in signing up, I highly recommend this again. And the only reason I'm not doing it is for whatever reason, they banned me from the platform, and I have no idea why. I've done over $1,000 for them, as you can see, lifetime, probably in a matter of 4 to 5 months. So you can make a decent amount of money if you really grind on their surveys. And one day they just banned me and I'm like, what happened? And they're like, we refuse to tell you why. And I'm not making that up. They literally told me that they cannot give me a reason why they banned me. They just banned me. And I'm confused. I've never used a VPN on this computer. I didn't have any of my surveys rejected by the project manager of those surveys. So I honestly had no idea what was going on. I didn't share my account. I didn't log in on any other computer. I didn't even log in on my phone. I literally used this computer that I'm recording on right now, no VPN and no rejection. So I honestly don't know what happened, but it is a great survey site. A lot of people say this is the best survey site out there. So by all means, if surveys are your thing, Prolific is a great choice. The third one here is my podcast, which was the Spicy Dividend. So when I was doing my YouTube stuff on dividend investing, I made a podcast. I used to record every day and put something out. And I did that and it was fun. Not going to lie, $350. I did my podcast through anchor.fm. I'm not sure how they are now, but I know back in the day, I mean, you didn't have to do any requirements in order to start getting paid. So that $350 came from virtually barely any listeners. The few listeners that I did have obviously listened through the voice ads that they let you do. And if your podcast becomes more successful on anchor.fm, they give you higher paying ad opportunities. So if you're interested in doing a podcast, I highly recommend doing anchor.fm. Not only do they publish it on their own site, but they also spread it across multiple sites, including Spotify, which is one of the best ones. Apple Podcasts, I believe also gets distributed from anchor.fm. So highly recommend if you're interested in doing a podcast, which who isn't nowadays, anchor.fm. The fourth one on this list that I no longer do, I had a lot of fun with this one. I'm so upset that it's no longer a viable option. This is Coin Hunt World, and this is a crypto game that at the time, and I still believe is the case, was only available on Android. Basically, if you've ever played Pokemon Go, it's very similar to that, except you would go around unlocking these question boxes with keys that you would earn from walking, answer trivia questions, and you would earn about 10 cents or up to $1 of crypto, depending on the difficulty of the question. I had a lot of fun with this. They really nerfed it, meaning like it's very hard to earn anything. I mean, I don't blame them for nerfing it. They were losing millions of dollars on that project. I ultimately don't know how they planned on becoming profitable. I really don't. Their strategy to make money was horrible. So I'm glad that I was able to make as much money as I could when I did. $547 for basically playing a crypto version of Pokemon Go was very fun. You can still play it. It's still available for download, but don't expect to make any good money anytime soon. So now we move on to the ones that I am currently doing. And the one on the top is the one that's been my bread and butter for many years, Mechanical Turk, mturk.com. So if you've ever Googled side hustles or watched YouTube videos, people will always say Mechanical Turk. And truth be told, you can make a lot of money on Mechanical Turk. As you can see, I've made almost $7,900 through it. However, I have been doing it for close to 6 to 7 years now. So it's not like I made that $7,000 in 1 or 2 years. And truth be told, mturk is kind of dying out. The surveys are far and few between. All of the good batch jobs that you could do, you either have to have a closed qualification from years ago, and you just can't get it if you're a new sign up. A lot of requesters and people who put projects on Mechanical Turk are starting to leave because Amazon doesn't really support it at all, and they're having payment issues, and it's just not friendly for the project managers to put stuff on Mechanical Turk anymore. Really sad to see. I love Mechanical Turk. For me, it's the best interface when I work on something side hustle related. So it's a shame that it's going downhill. Nonetheless, you can have good luck with it. If you're willing to put in the work, Mechanical Turk can be very profitable for you. Obviously, there's $0 to start up, so why not give it a whirl if you want to try and make some money at home. The next one is eBay selling. Now, I went really ballistic with this on when the COVID pandemic happened. I am a really big video game nerd, and I would just go on when COVID occurred and all these video game prices skyrocketed. I would go on Facebook Marketplace, buy pretty much anything that I could, and then resell it on eBay. Now, I didn't try and hassle anyone down because I feel a bit scummy being like a reseller, like, oh, you're selling this $100 game for $50, let me get it for $30. No, if I knew I was going to make a profit, I would never try and talk them down. I don't know. There's something about morality and not trying to be a scumbag when you know you're going to resell it for a profit. I've honestly paid people a lot more than they were asking because I knew I could still make a profit off of it. Nonetheless, in this eBay selling bucket of $6,700, I'm also including stuff that I didn't want anymore for my own personal collection and was selling off. So this isn't purely a flip profit. Of that $6,700, probably about $4,000 around there would be pure flipping of items that I received from other people. So eBay does have a little bit of a startup cost. I think if you're going to do eBay selling long term, you really need to get a label printer. I have a Rollo label printer that I love, and it has been a game changer. I think I got it for around $150 on Amazon, but you also need to buy labels for that. So there is startup costs if you want to do it. You also have to buy packaging tape, bubble wrap, depending on the items that you're going to ship. You can get boxes from the post office, but let's not make this a huge eBay video right now. So there is startup costs if you want to get a long-term eBay business going. But I do recommend if you're into selling stuff, if you're into flipping stuff, you can put pretty much anything on eBay. It can be extremely profitable. I mean, this $6,700 that I've sold on eBay, like I said, about $4,000 was flipping, but not too much effort, honestly. And based on a per hour ratio, you're talking maybe $30 to $100 an hour of work. So eBay selling is definitely worth it. if you have the startup money and you're able to grind out some flips. The next one is book sales. I wrote an ebook and a book on Amazon. It's learning how to handicap horse races. And do I recommend this? Look, I did this for fun. And the only reason it's up on this still active one is because, well, I don't have to do anything and it still sells like one copy a month at this point. You can see 684 total sold. But I mean, this year, 2023, I probably sold about 3. It is drastically slowed down. I did this for fun just because I have a passion for horse racing. I was really big into betting horse races. I love the Kentucky Derby. So during my old job, when I had nothing to do, I was just back in my cubicle writing this book. It's not very long. It's only like 20 plus pages, but it was fun. I put it up and look, you can make money off of it. I didn't have to do anything. Amazon does all the work. Even if you have a hardcover book, they print it out, they publish it for you, and they ship it out. So they take a big chunk of it. However, you get all the profit. So there's no issue. There's no upfront cost. All you need is Microsoft Word. And then hopefully people like your work. You can spread it around, share it, and you make money. Not a big deal. The next one is dataannotation.tech. So that's the name of the website. This one is various activities that you can do. It's kind of like a mechanical Turk. Anything from helping people create chatbot responses to labeling photos, social media surveys. I've done a bunch of stuff on dataannotation.tech. Give it a shot. If you're into mechanical Turk and you want something very similar, I know people don't have any luck on data annotation. It is very hit or miss for me. $758 earned lifetime. I signed up last year, but keep in mind about $250 was from a big social media study that I did that I knew was going to pay well. And actually, I got recruited from Mechanical Turk. So it's been sporadic, to say the least. Some of them pay really, really well. Data annotation, you can get tasks that pay $20 to $30 an hour. And some of them do pay by the hour. So if you work that full hour, you get $30 for a side hustle. That's pretty darn good. So if you're into stuff like Mechanical Turk and doing little side gigs, data annotation tech, give it a shot and see if you like it. I include credit card cash back, and the only reason I include it in this section is because I do put it against the house, every single penny. So my minimum cash back is $25. So whenever I get the $25, I cash it out and put it right on the principal of the house. So for that reason, I'm including it as a side hustle. Obviously, you can do more with credit card churning and, maximizing how much cash back you get depending on where you go, if it's a restaurant or gas station or whatnot. So you can make this really profitable if you want it to be. Well, I shouldn't say profitable. You have to spend to get it. But you can maximize this. That's the correct word to say. You can maximize this if you really want. You don't necessarily have to include it as a side hustle. I do, but that's just me. And the last one I want to talk about is one that I just started on March 9th, and that is Remote Task. So name of the website is just remotasks.com. I'm actually going to leave a referral link if you're interested. So look at that. I've started this March 9th, and I'm already at $116.27. So whenever I get a new side hustle, I really try to grind it out that first week to see if it is worth it. I figured if I don't give it my full effort, my full attention that first, time that I try it, am I really going to give it an effort, at a future time? If you don't put in the work right away, you're not going to know if it's a waste of time right away or not. And, the last thing you want to do with these side hustles is waste time. Time is everything, especially with me paying off my mortgage. I want to do it as quick as possible, so I don't want to waste any time if I don't need to. But the cool thing about Remote Task, look, it's paying out. And maybe I should highlight this one because even though I've earned $116 since March 9th, I haven't been paid out yet. It pays out once a week every Wednesday. So I should be paid tomorrow. I'll have an update and I'll let you know if I actually do get paid out. But I've seen all the reviews and people say they've gotten paid out every single time. So I don't expect any problems there. So I'll leave a referral link for Remote Task down below because if you earn $120, you and I both get $20 for free. So it's a perk there. And clearly, I've done it for 4 or 5 days now. I'm already at 116. You only need to get 120 to reach that bonus. So definitely a good opportunity. I am so in my infancy in doing remote tasks. However, I clearly do like it. I'm going to keep doing it unless something happens. I'll keep an update on that one for everyone out here if you're interested. I'll let you know if it cools down or if it's well worth it at this point. Right now, it is well worth it, but I'll keep you posted. So that brings us to the final total, and that is $21,675 in side hustles throughout my life. And I have not seen a dime of that hit my bank account. It goes straight to the house. So when I lived in my old house, my little rinky-dink townhouse with my wife, obviously I didn't have this new house I'm trying to pay off, but it went right to the down payment. So that down payment obviously helped pay off this house. And now every single penny I earn from all these side hustles is going to pay down my mortgage as fast as I possibly can. And if you're interested in embarking on that journey with me, I'll be doing pretty much a diary of me trying to pay it off as quick as I can on this channel. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video and you want to see more of it, if you have any questions, please leave comments down below. You can subscribe. Channel is Road to Retire. I'll see everyone in the next video. Thank you.